I have one pair of pants. I have three shirts.
Now, you're a couple of personal questions. I know you're pretty hardcore minimalist. I heard on the Tim Ferriss podcast, you said you like, I don't know if this is true, you only own like one or two pairs of pants or something. Like, how did that evolution to minimalism go there?
Yeah, I do have only one pair of pants. That's true.
So what do you do like when it's dirty? Are you just like, walking around in your undies and stuff? Or
I think one aspect is that so I have a pair of pants, I have one pair of shorts. So I'll wear the pair of shorts when I need to wash the pants. The reality is that pants don't get dirty as often as people think
I'll
they
wear
do.
a pair of pants for a whole week sometimes.
Exactly.
Like and sometimes my wife and my kids make fun of me, but like I'm like, it's not that dirty. Like maybe I put a little mustard on it, but it's fine.
Yeah, exactly. I think, there's a lot of assumptions that are baked into these things of like, what if this, what if that?
Yeah.
I remember I did a long backpacking trip with a friend in China, and when we arrived, he had like two suitcases. He had planned for every possible contingency. Like, what if we go hiking? What if we go? What if we go camping? Like, what if we end up in a mountain? What if it rains? And I brought like one small backpack with stuff, and he looked at me like I was crazy. And he was like, "What if you need to do laundry?" Like, he brought all the stuff to do laundry. It's like, people do laundry in China. It's like, what if we go to the ocean and we need flip flops? It's like, people go to the ocean in China. Like, they have these things here. You don't have to bring your entire life with you all the time.
Got it. So it's just like, oh, you'll just buy it if you need to, but why have it? And okay, I'll just buy some flip flops, and maybe I'll have to throw it away, but it's better than always traveling with those types of things.
Yeah, I think people really, it's an interesting thing because people really over-index on disposal in terms of like environmental impact, and they massively under-index on consumption. Like, people will buy useless stuff all the time. They'll buy an extra house. They'll buy this. They'll buy that.
Yeah.
The amount of the environmental impact, however you want to quantify it, of the excessive consumption is at least 1,000 times more than the pair of flip-flops that I wore for 2 weeks and then gave them away.
Yeah.
Like, it is, people just ignore the consumption aspect of it.
Is there some sort of like minimalism Laffer curve? Like, okay, too much stuff is bad, but too little, how do you know where to go? I mean, I know that we're while we're taping this, you're like very close to having a baby, first baby, which congratulations. So by the time this airs, you may have one. And I know that like once I had kids, like my stuff accumulation started going up like dramatically in my house.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like how do you think about like where to like, is there some sort of heuristic to figure that out?
Yeah, I think there's the answer is there is some lower bound. It is much lower than most people think it is.
Yeah. Yep.
Like I have one pair of pants, I have three shirts. And at some point I realized that I wasn't using one of those shirts very often. And so I went down to two shirts. And then I realized like, actually sometimes I need three shirts. And so then now I have three again.
Okay.
And like, turns out that was my lower bound, is three shirts.
And you like own a suit?
So yes, I have a suit. My assistant, who's based in the US, has my suits in her closet, and she FedExes them to me when I need them, and then I just send it back when I'm not using it. But,
so you have an assistant in the US as well?
Yep.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay.
Yeah. So I think I have a tuxedo and I have a suit, and they're in her closet, and so she just sends it to me when I need it, and then I send it back.
Okay.
I really view it as more like a costume.
Why not keep it in your New York City place? Like, what's the value in having your suit? Because sometimes you just need it in, like, you're going to a wedding and you just need it there.
Yeah, it turns out it is very rare that I have a situation where I need an impromptu suit.
Yeah. Yep.
Or I don't have some amount. If I don't have at least a couple days of lead time, the worst case scenario, I go to a Goodwill and I get like a jacket for $30, and then I wear it to the event, and then I just give it back to them when I'm done. It's yeah, the overhead is not worth it for me.
Okay, I love it.